mal cases are about the most expensive cases you try, other than perhaps a case where there's a lot of reverse engineering of big products. If somebody gets terribly injured by a large machine and has caused, you know, massive injuries to them, a case like that, or like tire reconstruction, like a tire explodes, those kinds of cases are very expensive, $100,000 or more. Med mal is very expensive because, here's an example. Let's say that a gentleman is referred to a hospital by his family physician who's waited way too long. Well, now you may have to sue the family physician. And when he gets in the hospital, he sees an ER doctor who orders a CT scan, and the radiologist has maybe misread the CT scan. And then afterwards, there's some care, and then there's questions about who's responsible for the follow-up care. You might have 5 different specialties involved. And because we can't be sure how it's going to play out, we have to hire an expert for each one of those. I know a doctor, we don't use it, who charges $10,000 an hour to take his deposition. And if you want him to testify in court, it's a minimum of $40,000 a day. Well, my goodness, that's more than most people make, a lot of people make in a year. I may have to have 5 experts, and I'll have to get reports from them. I have to pay them to read the medical records and write a report, and then give what's called a discovery deposition and then a trial deposition. Just those 5 things, those 5 folks, $100,000. And then, if your case is like we have a case for a gentleman with a terrible jaw injury, and I need the jurors to understand mechanically what happened to him because he's a handsome guy. If you looked at him, you'd think, well, I'd like to look like him. That's what I think. But you don't realize that this doctor cut his jaw in here, his upper and his lower, his macromandible, and then moved them forward and spread them. And a procedure that he really didn't need. And the only way the jurors can understand that is if I have an animation made that shows his face, and you see the skin move, and then you see the muscle and tissue. You watch the bones be cut, and you see them move so you can understand it. Well, that is going to cost me $25,000 more. And I have to pay court reporters, and I have to pay, like if we go to trial, I have to have a technical expert there. So before you know it, a very significant death case, especially if I'm fighting a big defendant, like a big, massive Barnes Jewish kind of system, $100,000, every single one. If I've got 20 of those going, just do the math.